Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look real quick at the Halloween Part 1 event. We're going to take a look at everything that's coming, and there's a lot to come here. This is going to be a huge event. You see already, a new Pokemon is going to be released, which I also already spoiled before if you saw the videos towards it. We're going to get those small dogs there. They look honestly so cool. I love them so much, honestly. Broguiere as well as the Houndstone. Cool names, cool Pokemon. Very, very nice. They are pure ghost types. We're going to take a look at what they can do for PvP later on as well. Otherwise, they can just go through the encounters. Wild encounters are going to be more frequent during this time. The Ekans not going to be too crazy. We're going to have the Zubat, is kind of cool Pokemon to be fair for cheap teams. We're going to have the LilyNiRiain, which is going to give you more Stardust, which is cool. Ghastly, which is also an interesting Pokemon, which might get the Shadow form soon. We're going to have the Haunter, which is also very decent for PvP actually. Kind of want to make a video about it as well. Maybe eventually. Spinarak, fun Pokemon for PvP as well. Definitely something that you can get if you want to. Ariados, really cool moveset for the Great League. Misterious needs an update. Poochyena, not too great. Shuppet, not too great. Riftloon is very decent for the Ultra League especially. I think the World Champ actually hit Legend in the Ultra League with this Pokemon. Litwick, kinda okay, not really that crazy. Phantom for the first time in Shiny, so that's going to be very cool. First time Shiny release of Phantom, very cool, Shiny as well. Sandygast going to be available as encounter in the wild as well, which is really important. This Pokemon is actually super underrated. Definitely try to get one of them. They are so decent now in the current meta, especially after they got the new move Scorching Sands as well. They're going to be a paid timed research, which is going to allow you to basically get some encounters with like Phantom as well as LilyNiRiain, but also going to give you this pose, which is kind of cool. Usually after the event ends, usually you can still get those posts in the shop, but if you want to get this, you definitely can get it here. I think at least usually it's the case, not all the time though. So like definitely try to get this if you want to. €5 though. €5 though is kind of a lot for just a post, but I'm most likely gonna get it because I'm an idiot for spending money on games. So otherwise, we're gonna have timed research, which is going to be free for everybody as far as I can. No, yeah, it's event exclusive time research. Yeah, it's free for everybody then. We're going to get some research for Stardust. We're gonna get an encounter with Broguiere, which is kind of nice, so that's going to be cool. It's not available in the wild, so that's kind of interesting. So you're going to have to use like the timed research to get one, but I think they're also going to be in raids, which I don't really enjoy, but we're gonna take a look at this later. There's going to be another timed research where you're going to have one that's based around the 108 spirits of Spiritomb, which I always like. Spiritomb quests are usually available during the Halloween events as well. We have to see if this is going to come up later on as well, so definitely cool though. I really like the shiny variant of Spiritomb. Would be a Pokemon that I would love to see getting some buff as well. Event bonuses, additional candy for successfully throwing nice, great, or excellent throws, which is nice. Additional XL candy as well. We're going to get also for trainers above level 31 more additional candy for XL candy for hatching eggs, which is cool, plus 2 times candy for hatching Pokemon. So basically, again, like usually for Halloween events, you always can have something candy related, which does make sense, I would guess, so like not too surprising here. Field research encounters, and this is something that I find kind of awkward, because those are going to be the two only research encounters that you can get then. Like usually they put all of the different ones in there, so you only can get Misterious or Phantom. Phantom can be shiny, of course, can be cool, but Misterious, no, but also no Broguiere. So like you're going to be forced to use like your raid pass to get Broguiere, which is going to be awkward. I'm going to do it again anyway, so I'm going to definitely go ahead and try to raid this Pokemon here. But still, kind of find it a little bit awkward. Darkrai is coming back, and not with a legacy move, which I find kind of sad. Like, why do you not give it Dark Void? It's already in the code for like 3 years. Like, why do you not give it a signature move? It would be so much cooler for this Pokemon. Sadly, still kind of sucks for Go Battle League, so that's kind of awkward. We're gonna get Mega Banette, which is kind of awkward as well. It's not really the best Pokemon, to be fair. But you have Gengar as well. Gengar's at least decent. Otherwise, we're going to have X here coming up. We're going to have Munchlax, Riolo, as well as Galarian Yamask in 7km X, which is cool. But again, I think that's most likely going to happen for the second part of the event, though. We don't have Yamask in the wild encounters. Usually, for Halloween, this was always the only time you can encounter Yamask in the wild, but here we're not going to see that at all. So hopefully they're going to put it for the second part of it. This is only the first part. And we're going to get some new avatar items, and I mean, look at them. Like, they look so great. Like, honestly, all of them look so great. I really want to get the perfect Regus costume. Like, honestly, they are just also, like, all of them are just amazing. I have to say, great job there. amazing stuff. Even the mask, like honestly, the mask is so funny. It's kind of messed up, to be fair. Like if you know the story about your mask, you might not want to wear that mask, but yeah, we're gonna have here some stickers that are coming up, which is kind of interesting. We're gonna get some Prime Gaming stuff, actually, which you also can get some, oh, actually you can get some exclusive rewards here as well, which is kind of interesting. So if you have Prime Gaming, definitely something for you if you want to take part in it, as you're going to get early access to the wig here, the agree what wig, but like it's exclusive early access. Like you're going to get the way, I guess, later on as well to just purchase it, but yeah, you can get it a little bit earlier, I guess. We're gonna get some Halloween web store bundles, which is going to be interesting here for the people that use the web store. You see them on the screen. I don't really have to read them out. You're going to have basically the same amount of bundles as well in the in-game shop though, so that's also kind of fine, and you can just buy them there. Just depends on what you want to do. Like if you have already some coins stored up, you can just go to the in-game store and get them there for coins. But it would be cheaper theoretically to go to the web store to buy the same bundles, basically. Yeah. It really depends on what you want to do. Like, honestly, it really depends. So we're going to take a look at the next one here. We're going to have the Pokemon showcases, which is going to be Shuppet, Banette, or Grievert, which is interesting as you're going to have to raid for this Pokemon. Or like take the one that you get for free. So thanks, Niantic there. There's still the paid timed research, which is currently still available. There's Lavender Town music and Explore the Core, like usually what we had for the last time as well. The map is going to look different, which is always cool. So I really like this feature. But let's take a look at the new release Pokemon here. There's also, by the way, there's another event coming up afterwards, which also just got announced. Houndstone here, going to sadly get Lick as a fast move. If it would get anything other than Lick as a fast move, it would be actually a cool Pokemon. Because Psychic Fangs Shadow Ball is a great coverage in general. You have also Dick if you need something for like Steel-type Pokemon, which is also decent. But if it just had a better fast move, this Pokemon would be actually decent. If you take a look at the Great League here right now, you're going to be able to beat the Medicham, of course. You're even going to be able to beat Gligar, Galarian, Stunfisk. Like a lot of decent Pokemon, you're still going to be able to beat. But I don't know. I don't think it learns Shadow Claw, but just in case it would learn Shadow Claw, let's take a look on how good this Pokemon actually could be for the future, which is, by the way, a video idea I'm most likely going to try to do as well eventually, where I'm going to take a look at potential Pokemon that are going to be decent in the future if they get one move update. But yeah, as we're going to see here, it's a very certain Pokemon, like a very decent Pokemon when you're actually gonna get them fairly like a better fast move, basically. Here we're going to take a look at the Ultra League. We're going to see you need XL Candy in order to get this to the Ultra League level, which of course is great if you're going to have to only get it from raids and as well as research, but I guess you don't really want to have it anyway because this Pokemon is kind of garbage. So, there's another event coming up though, which we're going to take a look at real quick now as well, which is going to be the Incense Day. Incense Day was already announced as well, or like basically leaked as well, where we're going to get Skorupi and Bug and Poison type Pokemon. It's kind of like a split up event again, which is kind of cool. So Bug and Poison kind of fitting for the theme of Halloween there as well. Going to be on the 21st of October from 11 AM to 5 PM, so actually for 6 hours, which is kind of cool. Skorupi gonna get more attracted from Incense, which is nice. Also a higher chance for shiny Skorupi, so you definitely can farm them fairly easily. Instance is more likely to attract Skorupi, increase shiny chance. Daily adventure instance lasts twice as long when activated during this event, which is also kind of cool. Like normal instance takes the same amount of time. Here are the bug type Pokemon. Let's go through them real quick. Wimpod is good for PvP. You can definitely get Pinsir as a decent Mega Evolved Pokemon. Weedle, you can need the Shadow variant for PvP as well. The rest is kind of awkward. Scyther, of course, if you need the Candy Star example for the Scissor or whatever, or like you want to evolve it and get a good Scissor for the Halloween Cup, which is going to be available at the same time as well. Definitely an option for you. Deepiler, sadly currently fairly bad, but could be decent in the future. Then we're going to have instant Pokemon for the poison typing. Again, Zubat, Ekans, we already talked about them. Gulpin is really strong right now. By the way, get a Gulpin. Gulpin going to be amazing for the Halloween Cup as well. So definitely cool Pokemon there. Going to be a video for the Halloween Cup on Thursday, most likely next week, so definitely check that one out when this comes out. Stunky is cool for PvP. Krogunk is really good for PvP, definitely get one there. Skrelp is a rare Pokemon, also a rare shiny because I think it only really got released during like those what's called Go Fest. So definitely something also cool, also good for PvP. Very strong Pokemon there. Alolan Grimer, very decent for PvP, and Trubbish gives you extra Stardust. So honestly, Poison Hour, in my opinion, is better than the other hour here as the Bug Hours. Like if you only can run for like 1 hour, I would go for this one. If I was you, there's going to be an event bundle, which is going to allow you to get 1 instance for 1 coin. And also, there are going to be some field research tasks, as we usually have for this kind of thing. So that's basically it for those events, which is a lot to go through. A lot of things that you can buy. So yeah, Niantic definitely kind of needs some money right now, it feels like. But like everything is like paywalled, like new avatar items, new 20 different kind of research things. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section as well as, like, for example, Broguiere again. Like, why do you put this into raids? I don't know. Like, would have been so cool if you can just get it in the wild. It's going to be available in the wild eventually, so I would not recommend you to do more than like 1 or 2 raids if you need it. I don't know. Like, honestly, Gengar doesn't even have the costume on. It's just kind of it's kind of sad. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it. I feel like this part of the event at least is kind of mid. Like, okay, alone Meowth gonna give you more starters, which is nice. We have like a new shiny Pokemon. We have a new Pokemon. It's okay. Like, it's okay. I don't want you to complain all the time. It's, by the way, for just 1 week, but afterwards you're going to have like another one till the end of the month. It is okay. It is fine. Starts in 6 days. I don't want to really complain too much about it, but I hope that the second part is better than this. That's what I can say about it, and that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.